Okay. So, hi everyone. Today, this talk right here is not about anything new that you'll be learning today. Anything very, very useful, very insightful. There is nothing like that in this talk. What we are going to talk about is having a mindset, and this topic actually came from my gut, actually, like why you cannot think dashboard as a product, like dashboard implementations epic fail. Why not think dashboards as products? Now we'll talk about more about this, like why we should think or not think like it as a product. But first question to all of you is, do you like the word dashboard? Like, do you like, you can put in yes, no. I want you to be interactive. Just feel like this is a conversation that we are having, not particularly neutral. No, yes. Okay, not really. Yes, no, great, great, great. Sounds too mechanical. Yes, dashboard. Okay, so what comes first in your mind when you see this word? What is the first thing that actually comes through your mind whenever you see cars? Okay, and anything, any vague chart screen with charts and graphs, heads up display, car. Yes, yes.
Money.
Money. Okay, that's nice. Financial graphs. Okay, so I think spaceships. Now that's interesting. Dashboard spaceships. Nice, nice. Summary report. Okay, okay. So yes, I think most of us are aligned to I cannot think it as spaceships, but yes, it's like when the dashboard comes, that particular word comes to our mind. It is either a car dashboard, like because we have while we have grown up, like we weren't using dashboards as reports, or we weren't you building dashboards. For us, dashboards were the car dashboard where we used to place all our lovely items. Like I still place my anime figurines over there, so that used to be. Now, the second thing that generally with dashboard that we as data people, we refer to are the reports, right? Dashboards are nothing but reports, and we have all these information. And I think this, uh, in the last talk, what Sarah, she showed us a beautiful visualization, a beautiful dashboard that was developed by Zanab. Now, you look at this, now this is a report, this is fine, all the information. So it's all about, if you see, it's all about the mindset and how we see things. Like some of us here looked at the word dashboard as spaceships, some of us looked at as a financial graph or charts, car, different ideas, right? So that is why like every eye sees, like have their own perception and they see things differently. And that is why today, I want you to have a mindset of thinking dashboard as a product. From now, let's forget dashboard. Whenever the word dashboard comes into your mind, today you need to start thinking it as a product, not spaceship, not car dashboard, not report, not financial graph, but a product. And that should be a mindset. And that is something that I'll be talking about today with you. Okay, so finally, I'm right here, and I want to introduce myself. My name is Prasann Prem. I'm founder of Tableau Buddy, and I'm a senior product engineer currently working with American Express Global Business Travel. I'm a Tableau social ambassador and a Tableau public featured author. Tableau Buddy is my initiative, which I launched. It's been 2 years, and it grew out of the Tableau community itself. It is an initiative that helps people with mentorship, and it has been ongoing. And this is something that I really extracted out of the Tableau community. I also met Sarah and other people in the Tableau community, and from them, I have learned so much. And this is my way of giving back to the community. So I started this program. Okay, so after this brief introduction, let's go back to the presentation for what we are here. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to show you a very, very, I can say a very bad example of a dashboard, but let's look at it. Okay, so let's talk about why dashboards fail in the first place. We have talked about that uh, we need to have a mindset of a product, but in the first place, why we shouldn't use dashboards in the first place or why they fail. So one of the first thing is that whenever this dashboard word comes into my mind, this type of an image is something that is usually on my mind. Right. So you have too much information and possibilities. By possibilities, I mean different filters, different parameters. So you have too much information, like what we need to extract from here. I'm lost. Right. Also, if we think why they fail, so they fail to live by data visualization best practices. If we mean by data visualization best practices, one of the example is like using too many colors. Like every bar has a different color. This kind of, it adds no value. And sorry if you don't like my handwriting because I'm a scribbler and without writing on the screen, I can't do it. So really sorry for that. And then we have this poor user experience. Now, by user experience, we mean, and I think you already know, Sarah covered it in a best way, like all the ideation processes and how it should go on. So once a user comes in and sees through the dashboard, now total customer is fine. He'll be going in this way, total sales per customer, he'll be going down. Now he has some idea about, okay, in which months they're doing good, and then further they will have the distribution. So that is fine a bit, but altogether I'm not lost. Now, where should I go? What should I use? A very bad experience to what they are likely to find out from this dashboard. And the final and the most important thing is, from here, what is the solution? Like, what are you actually trying to answer? If you wanted those numbers, if you wanted these total numbers or your breakup by different months, we already have pivot tables, right? We already have pivot tables. We can put them in Excel sheet and we can see the same numbers. Even we can create such charts in Excel as well. So why even go out there, build a whole dashboard, spend so much time in data modeling, and then deliver something which is not useful? Right. So from this particular, all the points that we have just mentioned here, do you think this is a problem that we generally face? A yes or no? Are these problems that we generally face? Yes. Yes. In my case, yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. Great. Great. So dashboards, in a sense, when I also started learning data visualization or data science and I started building dashboards, now this was the usual structure that came to me when I started learning. But as I grew with my career, I saw that this in a nutshell is not going to help. This is something just giving a glorified form of your Excel reports, because people used to ask me that I can do this in Excel, then why should I spend so much time and money on a good BI platform or tool? Right. So there has to be something that why you should do or why you should opt such platforms in the first place, so that they should not be using Excel. Right. So with all these problems, now also, I'll show you one more example. Now, this is a dashboard that was created by me, one of the first dashboards I did. Now, you see here, a bit of it is a less cluttered, I'll say. Like there are navigation buttons and the colors. I actually used a very weird schema, but one of my friends told me to let's go with a simple one. But still, uh, if you see right here, this is green, this is different color. Now these are different shades, but does this mean anything? If you see over here also, Okay, we have a legend, but still there are too many colors and it's not giving me a complete idea. Also, if you see right here, one of the main pointers that does this dashboard has a direction. If you see from here, you have these navigation buttons quite there at the top to navigate. But once you come here, you see, yeah, it doesn't meet WCHE requirements. Okay. So once you come here, again, you're lost. So there is no direction. So one of the just another examples that I wanted to show you, like, okay, let's say we we just reduce the clutter wherever it was there, but still there's so many things that we need to do to have a dashboard that is totally user friendly and creates a business impact. That's one of the most important things, because with coming time, business intelligence and business is evolving. Dashboards are failing to create an impact and deliver insights. And that's why most of the companies are thinking like why we should even create dashboards in the first place. They're just numbers placed all over the floor, and then you're showing it over with the help of different charts. But why should we do it? Okay, so now, to mitigate this problem, I created one of the solution, and that got me thinking that let's why and when you should use dashboard as a product and what it is going to solve for you. Because one of the thing is, let's say we have created a mindset. I'm pressurizing you right now to have a mindset to think dashboard as a product, but what does it solve for you? Okay, so why dashboards as a product will be your first choice, because once you're thinking as a product, now product, whenever an IT company or a technology company is creating a product, they have a proper life cycle for a product. And once you are going on that phase, first you will have user research, you will have a proper documented scope of work. Further, you will go ahead and you will establish design first methodology, that is brainstorming, wireframing, design thinking, and then UX research. I think most of the points, what I've written over here have been very much in detail, have been described by Sarah in the last session. So that's why I said that this is the best slot that I can get, because now you can relate like what all the phases you can go through. So once you start thinking as a product, you need to treat it as a product. And by treating it as a product, you will take it through different phases so that you can validate and verify every step and then build a dashboard that has a proper process. And what it helps is, now, apart from design and describing its journey, once you categorize all the problems and solve it now, and you also apply the product management techniques, you can always go back and see like at what phase you did what and what are the things that you can do to further even improve it. So there is a proper logging system. Like I think most of you are familiar with using Jira as well. Jira, or some of you using, I think Microsoft Azure is also there. People use that for documentation and management, product management. So using such tools as well and thinking dashboard as a product, you can have a dashboard that will not only follow a journey, but it will be impactful and you will be able to modify and reiterate as well as scale it. Now, all these things, what we just discussed and we talked about, I don't think I should call it discussion, but it's most like me just giving out all the information. So when we're taking this as a product now, we have implemented, we have talked in about the user research and scope of work, and then further we have established a design first methodology. Now, the one of the most important thing is that let's say we have all things put in there, but still, as I mentioned, that delivering impact is one of the most important things, right? So for all of you right now, the first takeaway from this session is to have a mindset and start thinking it as a product. The second thing is, per dashboard, only try to solve one problem statement. Don't don't give the user that much opportunities, and don't overemphasize anything. Like with a single dashboard, let's say you have a dash workbook where you have 3 or 4 tabs, then each tab or each dashboard should and always solve one problem. And I'll show you example right now that will, so that I can help you understand, like with one problem statement per dashboard, what do I mean? So let me take you to Tableau Public, a very brief example. Okay, so I think you can see this Airbnb dashboard right here. Yes, no. I think I got people sleeping. Yes. Okay. Okay. So if you see right here, this particular dashboard, okay, I shouldn't call it as a dashboard, let's say analytical product. So right here, this particular analytical product over here, it has a single problem statement, and that is to find your Airbnb, nothing more. So if a user comes in here and he has this particular tool in front of himself, now what he has to do is he has to select a particular neighborhood. So let's say Brooklyn is already selected. We can select Manhattan. And then we can select a particular neighborhood. So this is for New York City data set from Airbnb. So neighborhood, and then we can particularly sort. So only 3 options. So there are very less opportunities for the user right here. But yes, from this only information, he can actually further find out the Airbnb where he wants to, which he wants to actually book. So if you see right here with 2 or 3 selections, not giving too much opportunities, and then when you select a particular point, you can also see further details about the host name, as well as the host ID, number of views, all other details. So with a few selection, we say 1, 2, 3 clicks. 3 clicks, he's able to find out that what all opportunities he has in this particular area, and then what are the types of private room information. So altogether, he can make a selection. So this is something that I've showed you right here. There are further, you can try to simplify, like if your dashboard has 4 to 5 filters, try to reduce them to 2 to 1 and try to solve a problem that your stakeholders or your leadership really wants to. I have one of the cases that I can't show actually, but it was about carbon emission, and with few selections also, what we tried to build was that in a dashboard, we were able to, in few selection, the user was able to find out that, let's say you have a hotel that is 5-star, and then you have a hotel as a 4-star. And then when you select between those two, you can actually find out what are the carbon reductions are there and what are the possible hotels that you can probably opt for. So I think I'll go back to the slides. Okay. So that was the second point that I wanted to make, that whenever we are building a dashboard, restrict it to one problem statement, and that will really help to create an impact, because at the end, our responsibility is to help our audience or the user to solve a particular problem, not just drill down all the data that is there. It's already there in Excel sheet. We don't have to just build different ways to drill down data, but our journey or our responsibility, as per what I think, is that we need to build something that can deliver impact. And for that, if we can simplify in the best way and give them something that can be usable, I think that will something that will help them. So that's all from me, guys. As I said, you're not going to learn anything new from here, but yes, I wanted to show you like how you can actually make a difference at the end. And yes, please apply all those techniques which Sarah mentioned, because that is the absolute thing when you have to design a whole product. You have to go through user research, you build user personas, you validate, go through all of this processes. So I think if you couple these two and build something, that will be really good and it will have a greater impact. So thank you so much. That's all. That's all from me. Any questions? I'm happy to answer.